said I wouldn't make it, they laughed at my dream. Every move I made felt like swimming upstream. But yesterday I met a fan, eyes full of belief. In their gaze I saw the end to my grief.
Doubt didn't win, trust began. Looked in the mirror, saw my biggest fan. Heart beats like a drum, fight through the span. Kept on pushing, now I'm the man.
Folks called it trash, said I'd never thrive. Every word I spat, cut deep like a knife. Thought my wings were clipped, stuck in a dive. But mirrors don't lie, I saw myself alive. I put in all the hours, climbed out from the dirt. They dissed and dismissed, said I'd always get hurt. Met a fan so loyal, reflections don't lie. My biggest supporter is just me in my mind.
Through the noise and shadows I held my ground. Bumps, bruises, broken, no comfort found. But that fan smile turned my world around. Now I'm rising sky high above the sound.
Doubt didn't win and trust I began. When I looked in the mirror, saw my biggest fan. Heart beats like a drum, fight through the span. Kept on pushing, now I'm the man.
Ashes I flew, they can't dim my flame. Every mocking voice only fed my aim. Yesterday showed me it's not just a game. Cause in my reflection I found my name.
Folks called it trash, said I'd never thrive. Every word I spat, cut deep like a knife. Thought my wings were clipped, stuck in a dive. But mirrors don't lie, I'm the man.
From the ashes I flew, they can't dim my flame. Every mocking voice only fed my aim. Yesterday showed me it's not just a game. Cause in my reflection I found my name.
Folks called it trash, said I'd never thrive. Every word I spat, cut deep like a knife. Thought my wings were clipped, stuck in a dive. But mirrors don't lie, I'm the man.
We're back. We are back. I don't know what happened, but things went weird over here on my end. But if you made it back, appreciate it. We're going to continue. I think this kind of happened to me yesterday. But it didn't finish. So I don't know. I gotta do some investigations. I have to do some testing on this stuff because I don't like when that happens. And I don't know. I noticed something started to freeze up over here, and then it went crazy. So I'll figure it out. I will figure it out. But we're gonna keep moving. We're gonna keep moving forward. But thank you guys. Thank you for those who made it back to this stream. Really, really appreciate it. We're going to keep going. All right. So when we last left off, we were inside of Kali Linux. We're looking at some information. For doing the information gathering. We're looking at IP info. So we will jump into that and keep going, like we never left, right? So let's go over here and let's keep going. And then once we're done with this, I can still see the chat from the other stream. So I'll read that first. I can't show it on the screen, but I'll read it. And then we'll look at the new chat. All right. So let's get back in here. Let's see what's going on. It was TCR. All right. Cool. All right. So we're in here. So we're able to see the latitude, the longitude, the state, all that good stuff, right? And let me see. Now, let's say we take this IP address, right? And we go into here and we do a trace route to that IP address. And we press enter. Let's see where it's going to take us. It didn't take us very far, actually. It didn't take us anywhere. What if we do a online trace route? Let's see, trace route online. Let's see, we enter this. Well, not even that, actually. Let's see, we do a trace route nbcnews.com. So it stops giving us information around this IP address right here. So let's do a quick look at what is this IP address, right? So let's do a copy, and we're going to do ns lookup, and we're going to paste that. Paste this IP. Just curious where this IP resolves to. And I can't find it. Oh well. All right, so let's get into it. So we've checked IP info. We did who is. Let me do a quick recap of who is. Let's do a quick recap of everything, right? So who is, and we do nbcnews.com. And it's going to pretty much get all the information for the database right here, where it's going to, or not that is for NBC News. The who is server, Mark Monitor, registrar is Mark Monitor. NBC Universal Media. They're located in New Jersey, or at least that's where their headquarters are, maybe. Admin, so NBC News, New Jersey. Their email address, their name servers. All this information is information gathering, right? It is information gathering. Let me see. Let's go to what happened? What happened, Magnetar? What's up? What's up, Magnetar? What's going on? Let's see. Let me know what's up, Magnetar. All right, so we got that. And next, so we got our who is. Let's try our ping again. Ping NBC. Just a quick recap of last week, NBCnews.com for those who weren't able to see it. Let's see. Why is the ping not working? Ping. All right, that's working. All right, cool. So that's working. And I am Doom is in the building. Says, what is the purpose of this? What is the purpose of what in particular? Of the ping, of the who is, of the IP info? What are you referring to in particular? Magnetar says I did a trace route and a who is. Shout out to Magnetar. All right, so we got ping, we got who is. Let's see. All right, cool. So I think we're good with that. So now let's start looking into this WhatWeb real quick. So we're going to go over to our other screen, and we're going to search for WhatWeb, right? So what is WhatWeb? Not WhatsApp. I want WhatWeb. What are you talking about? WhatWeb. Gotcha. Okay, so I will answer that question, I am doomed, during our break. So I can give you some, I can break it down a little bit further. Also released a video last week on the whole reconnaissance phase of cybersecurity. So it breaks down like what everything about information gathering, but I'll give you a brief recap on that. So let's take a look at this WhatWeb web scanner, see what it is. So this is the GitHub repo. I believe it's this one, right? Let me see. All right, so it's so developed by Andrew Horton. Let's see. So about WhatWeb. WhatWeb identifies websites. Its goal is to answer the question of its goal is to answer the question of let's see. What is that website? WhatWeb recognizes web technologies, including content management systems, CMSs, blogging platforms, statistics, analytics packages, JavaScript libraries, web servers, and embedded devices. WhatWeb has over 1,800 plugins, each to recognize something different. WhatWeb also identifies version numbers, email addresses, account IDs, web frameworks, and modular SQL errors, and more. WhatWeb can be stealthy and fast, or thorough but slow. WhatWeb supports an aggression level to control the trade-off between speed and reliability. When you visit a website in your browser, the transaction includes many hints of what web technologies are powering that website. Sometimes a single web page visit contains enough information to identify a website, but when it doesn't, WhatWeb can interrogate the website further. The default level of aggression is called stealthy. So you don't want to go too deep into it and start to cause issues on the website, right? It is the fastest and requires only one HTTP request of the website. This is suitable for scanning public websites. More aggressive modes were developed to use in penetration tests. All right, so basically, you would use WhatWeb on a website that you have permission to do penetration testing on, right? So for instance, if you were to do a bug bounty, right, and you have permission to do penetration testing, then you would be using WhatWeb at a higher level of aggression. All right. It says most WhatWeb plugins are thorough and recognize a range of cues from subtle to obvious. For example, most WordPress websites can be identified by the meta tag, by the HTML meta tag, but a minority of WordPress websites remove the identifying tag. But this does not thwart WhatWeb. The WordPress WhatWeb plugin has over 15 tests, which include checking the favicon, default installation files, login pages, and checking the WP/content within relative links. It is, yeah. I mean, I can take a look at a website source code and see to see if it's using WordPress or not. All right, so those are the features. Let's see what else that we got. Let me see. I think I've got it. Let's go there. All right. Let me see. Cool. All right. Let me see. So it says control the trade-off feature. So this is pretty much how it works. So let's actually, how much we have for? Let's jump into it. Let's jump into WhatWeb, right? So let's go over to here. And let's see, do we have WhatWeb on here? WhatWeb. Let's just do WhatWeb. What do we get? So we have the next generation of web scanner. Pretty much what we're reading. So we're going to say we'll do WhatWeb, and let's pick a website. We could do let's do WhatWeb, and let's do, so the default level of aggression is going to be stealthy. Let's do, I don't know. Let's do let's do ESPN.com. Or let's do FoxSports.com. So it says foxworks.com forbidden, 43 forbidden, access denied, uncommon header. Interesting. Let's try another one. HTTP. Let's do CNN. 301 moved. What if we were to do, instead of, let me stop that. Instead of that, what if we were to do HTTP or WhatWeb, HTTPS, // and we do www.foxsports.com. So Fox Sports is denying it. Let me try CNN.com on here. Let's see. Let's see what we got going on here. Nothing's happening so far. Let's see. All right, so we got 200 OK, country United States, frame, HTML5, IP, their IP address, open graph protocol script, the title of the page, uncommon headers. So we got some information. Let's do a little bit of investigation. What should we get? So let me do another WhatWeb over here. And reads a target from a file, addresses, file names, IP address ranges. So if we're looking here, so let's do so we have our help. So if we do WhatWeb, https :/x.com, it does take some time to go through it. Oh, not this one. Gives us all the information, security protocol, title. We can't do a higher level of this because we don't own this website, or like we don't have permission to do it on X, but we could do x.com and then do a -v to make it a little bit more verbose. All right, so we are at break time as well. I'm going to go to break in just a second, but it does nicely list out all this stuff when we do verbose mode. A lot of information, actually. We'll take a look at this information after break. Let's go to break. All right, so we are at break, official break. Let me get this thing off the screen. Let's go to that. All right, cool. Let me check the chat. Let me read the chat from before, and let me see if I have it here. Let's take a look at. All right, let me take a look at the chat from before. See if I missed anything. So I think Tim had said Kali Linux, let's go. Nigel had said rest in peace, creator. Let me see. Did Nike get us? Nike sent a Scooch Sashton. Let me see. All right, so that's what we had over there before we had our issues. Let me check the chat on this place. All right, so let me go to the top, and I think Tim said back like we never left. Happy to have you back. Things are. Give me a second. Let me do some. Give me a second here. Getting a little bit nervous. I have to do some testing because things are acting weird here on my end. But let's see, if it messes up, it messes up for the night, and we're gonna have to push it to next week because I'm not gonna keep going back and forth starting new streams if it messes up. But I'm monitoring things over here on my end. Looking all right now. Give me a second. Let me see something. Let me check something else over here. Oh, let me see. Oh, let me do that. No, let's see if it looks good. Look all right. I'm gonna do this. I'm going to switch off VirtualBox. I don't trust it right now. I just shut down VirtualBox because I don't trust it right now. Let me see, because my performance is kind of iffy right now. Let me also do that. Making some adjustments over here because there's some things that I'm hearing that I'm seeing. I don't like it. I do not like it. All right, cool. So let me keep going with the chat. We'll see how it goes. Let's see. Magnusar says he's getting snow out there. Magnusar's getting snow. All right. Oh, that was good. That was quick. All right. Let me see. Magnusar says he's gonna throw a snowball at Roxy's bike. That's not very nice, Magnetar. Let me see. I think Magnetar was trying to say I was going too fast, but I got you, Magnetar. I got you, Magnetar. All right, so let me answer this. I Am Doom says, what's the purpose of information gathering in general? So the purpose of information gathering when you're doing penetration testing, you need to, so this phase is called reconnaissance, right? You need to know what you're going up against. You need to have details on what, like, how, like, what's where are they located? What, like, so knowing what their IP address, we were able to find out that NBC, was it NBC? That the IP that they were using was located in Oregon. So you need like, it's pretty much gathering information for cybersecurity, because you need to know who you're going to be attacking, right? You can't go to war and you don't know what you're going up against. So that's the purpose of information gathering. So we're exploring the tools that's used for information gathering in ethical hacking and in cybersecurity, right? So hopefully that answers your question. But I do have a video from, I think it was last week or the week before that goes into great detail about the information gathering reconnaissance phase. So you definitely want to check that out. Magnus says, how do you stop the ping? And I believe I'm taking the same answer. It says Control C, which is correct. I Am Doom says, all right, thanks. No problem at all. Let me see. Last time I had to X everything out and start over. Wow, that's not good. It says, the first time I ran the ping command in Linux, I thought I broke something. Windows spoiled me, only running it 4 times by default. That is true. Bruh. That happens. I think that happens to everybody. But to stop anything that's running in terminal, it's on Linux or Mac, it's always going to be a Control C to stop it. Let me see. And it says there. That's exactly right. I think Tim. Know thy enemy. All right. So, let's try to have a little bit of fun real quick, right? Because the stream is going crazy today. But I did want to do this, right? I wanted to do this. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Let me see if I can pull it up. Let me go over to, can I find it? Let me see. There we go. Let's go to that. All right. I want to check out a comment that I got the other day, which I found absolutely hilarious and fascinating. So I'm going to put up this real quick, right? Hopefully the stream doesn't mess up because, it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's go and do this, right? So I want to say a big shout out to all of the trolls out there. What am I talking about? So let's do this. I'm gonna share a comment that I got on a video. Let me see. Let me do this, right? So let me go like this. And I'm going to do, give me a second here. Give me a second to set this thing up because I am apparently not prepared. Let me go to, let me mute that. Let's do that. And I'm gonna go to, all right, let's go like this, right? So I'm going to be, we're not gonna spend more than 5 minutes on the troll, right? So let's go to the comment first, right? Let's go to, let me switch screens. So I got this comment, right? And you guys know how I feel about people. I'm like, yeah, whatever, who cares, right? But I got this comment, right? So this person right here, you know, his little face right here, Tom Ass Loan. So Tom Ass Loan is the name, right? That's the YouTube handle. Tom Ass Loan, 1964, right? Says, right? Stop acting like there's a bunch of black people in computer science, right? I'm like, okay, well, I wonder where that came from. I never said anything about that. So I responded to Tom Ass Loan, 1964, saying, who said anything about black people in computer science? But thank you for watching. With all due respect, thank you for watching, right? And then Tom Ass Loan, 1964, responded, you did with your non-diverse, uninclusive channel art. I was like, my channel art? So I was like, what channel art are you talking about? So the channel art that they were referring to was this beautiful thumbnail right here. This thumbnail is absolutely fascinating. I mean, I created it myself, right? I'm like, so beautiful, so cute, like, and the colors and everything. I was like, I was a little bit hurt, but I was taken aback. I was like, I had a lot of questions for Tom Ass Loan, 1964, right? I had a question for Tom Ass Loan, right? And my question was,
yeah, I have a lot of questions. Number one, how dare you?
How dare you? That is such a beautiful thumbnail. I was impressed by that thumbnail, right? So but I responded to Tom Ass Loan, 1964, right? I said, I'm sorry that you hurt your feelings. Please forgive me. But make sure that you subscribe and like the video as well. But I felt bad that I was not diverse enough with my uninclusive channel art. So I decided to accommodate Tom Ass Loan, 1964, right? The way that I accommodated Tom Ass Loan, 1964 was I made this thumbnail for this show with great diversity, right? I said, you know what? We're going to have diverse hoodies. Shout out to diverse hoodies out there, right? So I had the diverse white hoodie, the diverse red hoodie, and the diverse black hoodie. And I hope and pray that this thumbnail is diverse enough for Tom Ass Loan. All right, I'm just saying. Hopefully it's diverse enough for Tom Ass Loan, 1964. Just trying to, you know, spread the love, spread the wealth, spread the diversity in computer science and cybersecurity. Right. So I just wanted to make sure that I was very accommodating to Tom Ass Loan, 1964, and I really hope and pray that he appreciates my effort to be inclusive and diverse as a content creator, because I do not want anybody to feel left out. Hoodie colors matter, right? Hoodie colors matter. So there we go. I took care of that. All right. Nigel says need a blue. I got you, Nigel. I got you. But I want to say this though. I want to say that I actually absolutely love the energy and the trolls and all that type of stuff because look, I fight for my life on a daily basis, like fighting people in martial arts and in mixed martial and not mixed in martial arts and stuff like that, jujitsu, choking people, getting choked, people trying to break my arm. So for me, like there are some people that their life revolves around everything that happens online and YouTube. That is their life. It's like, oh my God, I didn't get mentioned and this and that and how dare you? I'm not appreciated and all this nonsense, right? I'm like, for me, this is like my number one goal here is to learn and add value. If I can add value into somebody's life by making diverse hoodie colors for my beautiful, beautiful thumbnail ladies, then by all means, I'm gonna add these diverse colors, right? So people might try to
back to work, chop chop, let's go. Come on, get a move on. Back to work, back to work, back to work.
people might try to take little shots here and there at your channel about the way that you do things. And I'm like, I do not care one bit whatsoever, right? I don't care. And I'll give you a quick example, right? A while ago, because you guys know that I absolutely love my sound effects. And they were not, this person was not trolling. They were being very, very genuine, right? And they said, you know, I love your content, but the sound effects are a little bit much for me. I said, what? I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I'm shocked and appalled. But I did say this. All right, you know what? I really, really appreciate you watching and that you like it. But if the sound effects are too much for you, right? Then you could check out my guy, the test lead, because he is very monotone and he is very he's very, you know, he doesn't have any sound effects. He doesn't go live, right? He doesn't have any sound effects. He doesn't do anything, but he's very monotone type of guy. And I've been on his channel before, and he's interviewed me, and we've had a conversation, and I'll probably do another one sometime this year with him. I don't know, but if he is more of your style, you don't like the sound effects, you like the more monotone thing. You don't like when I get excited and when I'm like, oh man, and when my feelings get hurt by Mitch not properly addressing me as his best friend, you know. Then, you know, there are other and that's why I say I love content creators who are doing the work, because there's different learning styles. There's different styles for different people, and I support them all, right? So that's what I am saying. But I don't trolls, whatever. They don't mean anything to me, because look, I have to protect myself from getting my arm broken and getting choked out and falling asleep every single day. But I must say that I'm also choking people and trying to break their arms as well. So it's fair. So when somebody tells you a little something, leaves you a comment, I laugh at it. When people say they're hurt about this and that, I laugh at it. I'm like, look, you need to grow up, right? Stop living these dusty lives and grow up and live. All right. So that's my thoughts about that. But shout out to all the trolls out there. I just have fun with you. Right? So that's that. Let me check the chat real quick, and then we're gonna get back to work. Right? Let's check the chat. We'll get back to work. Okay. So let me see what we got going on in the chat. Let me get rid of this, and let's see what we got. Let's see. All right, we are over to here. All right, so Magnetar says, since I'm using VMware, I wonder if that's why my messages look different. Maybe. I'm gonna switch to VMware because I think VirtualBox is slowing down my computer greatly, and that's probably what caused this to crash. Because before, when I had VirtualBox open, I heard my fan start running, and so I'm going to try VMware because maybe VirtualBox is using too many resources. Let's see. Bearded Bucket says, Recon makes your job so much easier. Gathering OS versions, software versions, firewall rules, domains, etc. Most importantly, how your network is structured. See? I'm here learning, but we have Bearded Ruckus, I'm technically Tim, we have Nightjade who are much more well versed at this, so that is great information. But I'm here learning, right? It says, and Nightjade says it starts before that. And I'm gonna add, so I'm technically Tim didn't say this, but I'm gonna add this for him, right? He says, with all due respect, because you know what, after you say with all due respect, you can say whatever you want after that, right? It says, with all due respect, you can't spell Tom ass without ass. Very ironic. I agree 100%. Maggie says, no questions needed. I know all I need to know. And Roxy says, it's an attractive thumbnail. Thank you, Rock. Why do you think I used it? Because it's an attractive thumbnail. But apparently, Roxy, it was not attractive enough. So I had to go with this thumbnail because hopefully the three of them will be attractive enough and it has enough diversity, equity, and inclusion by the diverse hoodies by these three beautiful triplets. I didn't even realize they were triplets until somebody mentioned, but these three beautiful triplets who are in cybersecurity, right? So shout out to my diverse hoodies out there, right? Let's see. It says, definitely can't be too long-winded on a YouTube chat. More of a generalization. I liked it too. I liked it too, Magnetar, but hopefully, and it says, I like the triplet hackers. I like them too, right? So I'm with you guys. So we shall see. It says, Rob Brown says, this thumbnail is still not diverse enough. What? I tried. I did the best I could do. Right? And Najee says, all right, we need to be a little bit more diverse. We need to add a blue and a purple one for the next. I got you. Next one, we're gonna have 5 cinquentlets, and they're gonna have purple, and we're gonna add purple, the purple hat hacker and the blue hat hacker. So you know, all that. All right. So and see now you guys you're giving me ideas. We need different color lipstick. I'm writing it down. And one of them should have smiled. All right. People in cybersecurity don't smile. All right. People in cybersecurity don't smile. And Rox says, people think they know you. You don't know me. And Robert says, I feel insulted that there isn't any fuchsia colored hoodies. This was insulting and I expected more DI from this channel. I try. This is just and this is why I just stick to one option, because now I give you guys 3 options and you guys, this is not enough. It is never enough. I don't know what to do. I don't. And thank you. I'm technically Tim. He added the respectfully. Thank you. I'm technically Tim. Now you know. I have it as part of the chat rules that if you're going to say something, you have to say respectfully. So thank you for understanding that. I'm technically Tim. Let's do better, right? Let's do better. Okay. So that's all I had on that topic, but it was fun. Thank you guys for bearing with me as I shared my sentiment on how I tried, but I know that God is still working on me and I need to do better. So I'm going to work on the lipstick and the different color hoodies and all that good stuff, right? Oh my gosh, you are the last hope for DI and you fumbled the bag. I'm sorry, Bearded. I'm sorry, Bearded Ruckus. I'm sorry, all right? I'm going to do better. Next time, expect a better thumbnail, right? A better thumbnail, right? Anyways, let's get to work. Let's go! All right, so we are going to go over to the screen, and I'm gonna try to start VMware. I mean, hopefully VMware does not drive me crazy. Because if we are, well, that was quick. Was it always running? I don't know. Because that opened up pretty quick. I didn't even do anything. So, but there goes our VMware. Let's go over here and let's start it up. I'll be monitoring my resources to see how that's going. Let me see what VMware is doing. So far, I don't hear the monitor going crazy, but let me see, memory. VMware is using more memory, believe it or not, but I don't hear the computer going crazy yet, at least. So let's see. We'll find out. We'll find out. If that happens, I'll have to make some adjustments so that we can run this better. Let's see. And Roxy says they did. I agree 100%. I agree 100%, Roxy. They did make the thumbnail better. Respect for. See, Roxy catches on. Roxy, respectfully, with all due, like you can also say with all due respect. I like to say with all due respect, right? But respectfully works well as well. You know, to shorten it up. All right, so let me log in. All right, so we're in, and maybe this never closed actually because this picked up from right where we left off. But we do have our guac, I'm sorry. Hopefully, Prince Market, you did not hear me say that. I just said guac, but it's Guake. It is Guake terminal, right? So you guys don't let them know. Don't let them know. It says VMware is the superior hypervisor. That's what I'm learning. Hopefully this works well. All right, so let's do WhatWeb. All right, so we still have WhatWeb. Can I minimize this? All right, so WhatWeb, and if we go to, let's go to, so now we're going to get into a little bit of networking type stuff, right? Because we can only do so much on using WhatWeb, like when we're investigating a site, because we don't own it, right? So if we were to do WhatWeb and we were to do, let's go with foxnews.com. Let's see what we go with Fox News, right? So let's do https://www.foxnews.com. Let's see what we get here. Oh, I should have did. I'm going to stop it. I'm going to do, and it's written in Ruby, right? So we're going to do Fox News and we're going to do V for verbose. That's what we get from that. It looks like Akamai is blocking being able to see it, but we'll read through it because this is good information as well to see why it's being blocked, like why we can't get information, because we can use that to our advantage as well. Let me see. Let's see. So what do we have so far? So we have access denied, 403 forbidden. So we can't go through here. Access control, allow methods, get, head, options, Akamai global. Let's see. So Akamai is blocking it. So what I'm curious to know, let's go. All right, let's gotta leave this alone for a second. All right. So I want to see, let's say WhatWeb Akamai blocking, right? I'm just curious. Not WhatsApp. Let me see. So what is Akamai block? So this is all part of the information gathering phase, right? Because I want to know if I'm going to a couple of sites, right? Fox Sports, Fox News, and I'm getting Akamai is blocking, I want to see why, right? So Akamai may block the request or trigger a CAPTCHA if the script is executed incorrectly or returns a suspicious result. Let me see if I was to do, how can WhatWeb bypass Akamai blocking? WebStream versus API. So just trying to get a better understanding of what's going on, right? That's pretty much it. Right, there we go. Like much better. All right. So move that back a little bit over here. There we go. Much better. All right. Make sure it is much better. All right, cool, perfect. All right, so let's see what is going on. All right, so that's pretty much the information we're gonna get for now, right? But we'll do some more investigation on it later on. All right, so let's see what else we can do. All right, so now let's start going a little bit more in depth with our, let's see if we can use other WhatWeb commands, like not commands, but like a deeper level. So if we do clear WhatWeb -h for help, or dash help, we have performances. So we have a lot of stuff we can take a look at over here. So let's take a look at this help real quick, right? So actually, you know what? I'm gonna switch it to this one because we'll be able to see way more info by using this terminal here, right? So let me clear this out, and we'll do WhatWeb -help. And I can attest to what I'm thinking Tim said, because the computer's working, although VMware is using more memory, the fan is not going crazy. So we'll probably stick to VMware moving forward, right? Because if that is causing crashes, that's not a good thing. Because the computers are going crazy, right? So maybe it was using too much juice. All right, so let's take a look at all that we can do with WhatWeb. So we already saw the aggression level, and the stealthy aggressive is 3 and heavy is 4. So user identify as agent instead of so maybe we can do on Fox News and Fox Sports, we can pass in a user agent, right? So add a HTTP header. So identify as agent instead of, so we'd have to pass in -u equals and then the user agent that we want to use. You can add a header as well. So, so there's a lot of different things we can do in this WhatWeb. And that's why it's important to look at the help files, right? Let me see. You can pass in authentication if you need to log in. Let's see what else. Proxy information if you need to proxy. So this is a really powerful tool. And then you can do logging. So let's do this. Let's go to Firefox. And we're going to try the Fox News one, right? Because that's the one that, or maybe not necessarily Fox News. We could do that. Jesus Christ. What a headline right here. Reports reveal another airliner nearly collided with helicopters in DC before deadly crash. That is crazy. But that's not what we're looking for right now, right? We're not looking for that right now. Let's go and take a look at our network tab, and we're going to look at refresh that page. I want to look at the user agent that's being passed into here. I'm going to go to my request. And that's it. No, you're not that. Where's my user agent? So request headers, right? And here's the thing, right? There goes my user agent, right? While I'm not in cybersecurity, right? But inside of a lot of this stuff carries over because I am very, very familiar with user agents. I used user agents to, when was I talking about this? Maybe it was on Tuesday. I think it was about the evolution of QA. And I was talking about how I needed to find a way to test mobile websites in an automated fashion. And I would set the user agent of the different devices in order to simulate using those devices on a mobile browser, right? So now I know I know where to get the user agent, right? Because I haven't gone to school for cybersecurity, so I don't know all the what they teach you in finding this information, right? But I can apply what I know when I'm learning cybersecurity and ethical hacking and stuff like that, right? So if I go here and I say, why is my scroll not working? And I say, I wonder if there's a mouse thing here. I don't know. Anyways, let's go to, where's the bottom? Give me a second here. Let's go to, too big. All right. So if I do WhatWeb and I say https://foxnews.com and I pass in a U equals, and then I pass, oh my God, I pass in the page selection. I need to probably take all this out. Let me check our Firefox real quick. It was, where's my user agent? So, all right, so it starts at Mozilla and it finishes with 280, right? So let's take this out. And I go here, right? And I press enter. Let's see if that's going to give us a better result. Should have did verbose though. Let's do this. We will do, and then -V for verbose. Enter. So let's see what we get now, right? Because we're passing in the user agent to try to see if we can bypass the whole Akamai stuff, right? Let me see. Look at that. Look at that. So do you see that? So what we have going on here, by passing in the user agent, right? So without the user agent, we had, do we have it here? We don't. So we'll do both, right? We're gonna do this. We're gonna do it like this. So without the user agent, because we did it on the other one, right? So we'll do HTTP, or we'll do WhatWeb, https://www.foxnews.com/ and we're just gonna do V for verbose, right? I'm not gonna pass in the user agent. I want you to see the difference that we're going to get between the two. And that's what I mean by, when I was talking about on Monday about not all entry-level roles are created equally, but that's what I mean, because I'm able to use my knowledge from other, like from doing software development, from quality assurance, from automation, from technical support. And I had to go through entry-level roles for all of those areas, right? So now I'm like, oh yeah, okay. So let me take a look at the instructions, right? And now they would figure out that, okay, so I need to be able to pass a user agent. Well, where do I get the user agent, right? So this one is actually giving the information. I don't know if it's cached the user agent, but when we were doing it on the other environment, it wasn't. But passing the user agent, we have that. We have the title of the page. We have the it accepted it, the IP address, the country that it's located in, HTML5, Open Graph Protocol. Let's see what else we got. Let me see. Bunch of information. But then when we did it again without our user agent, so I don't know if the user agent is cached. We know that we had an issue on Fox Sports on the other VM, right? So let's try Fox Sports again, right? Let's do WhatWeb, https://www.foxsports.com. Let's go V for verbose. Let's see if that works. Because maybe it's a VM issue. I don't know. But I don't think it would because it's able to get to the website, right? It's weird. Get some water while we're at it. So let's see what we got over here. I don't know why my mouse is acting up. So Foxforce is able to get through. Now I'm confused. But we are able to pass in the user agent. So on the other one, we were getting errors, but on VMware, it's able to go through. So let's just accept that for, was it CNN? Let me try CNN. Let's try one more. WhatWeb, HTTPS, CNN.com. Another thing is, so when I first tried one of the sites, if you don't put the whole HTTPS yada yada yada, it's just gonna do HTTP, right? And I got a redirect. I said, okay, you know what? Let me try with HTTPS so I don't get this redirect, and then we started getting better results. So many different things to try. CNN went through. All right, so let's leave it as that, right? Let's leave it as that. So let me clear that out. Actually, no. Let me do this. We're going to open up let's see, we do a text editor. I am going to copy the information for Fox News into here, paste. So now we have a bunch of, we have all of our information that we got from our WhatWeb. All right, so now we are going to get into, I want to do this right here, ipconfig, right? Because what we can do is use our own network to do some investigation on, right? So if we were to do, so let me clear this out. And we do ifconfig. ipconfig is in Windows, but ifconfig for Linux and Mac. And we are going to see that we are running, that our IP address is here, right? So I think this is our current IP address. This is the net mask. So it starts off over here. No, not that. This is, all right, this is the subnet and 55. So, and here's the thing, right? This stuff right here, like this IP stuff, that is part of networking, subnetting and stuff like that. So it's so, cybersecurity is actually a pretty big field, right? Let's see. So what is the IP address that I'm looking for? So let's say we were to do, is that my home network? Let's see. So let's say we take this. Let me stop this. All right. Let's say we were to take this one, possibly. Oops. Copy selection. And we were, net mask is 255. Dot 255. And the broadcast is here. So get the IP range. So let's do this. Let's do this. How to get the IP
Lunch break.
range
Lunch break.
in my own network. To find your network IP range, open your computer's command prompt, CMD terminal on Mac, ipconfig, ifconfig here. The IP range will be visible next to default gateway, where the first 3 numbers represent your network range. For example, 192.168. I thought I was gonna have a 192, right? Thought I was gonna have a 192. But maybe what my router's running on is a little different, right? Anyways, let's go to break for now, and then we shall come back to continue on this WhatWeb investigation, right? Let me see. Let me check the chat first, and then we'll go to our second topic of tonight, all right? Let me see. And I'm thinking Tim said that VMware is a superior hypervisor. I agree from what I can see so far. And says, I think based on your subnet mask, your IP range would be 172.16.x.0 to the 172.16.x.255. You are probably 100% correct. I learned this stuff 20 years ago, and I had never used it after graduating. So I have to refresh myself on networking and stuff like that and subnet masking, because guess what? You are using subnetting when you are setting up your, in DevOps, you use subnetting when you're setting up load balancers and virtual private networks and routing and all that type of stuff. So it's very, very important to get a good understanding of that. I never thought that was going to come back to me, to haunt me, but it did. And I was such an amazing subnetter when back in the days, right? Back in the days. It says, I have to go back and do the bypass again. Oh, you're talking about the user agent? You should definitely try it. But the thing is, I'm not sure if the bypass actually did anything, because it worked without it. So I'm not 100% sure. I'm not sure what happened there, but we'll see. Anyways, let me see. All right, so let me get to our next break time topic for today before we wrap it up with our last segment. Oh my god! All right, let me do this, that, and what is our second topic? So, all right, so this one's gonna be real quick, right? I did a interview prep coaching call before the show, and I want to give you some insight about how it went. All right, so I'm gonna throw up our 5 minutes on here, and from time to time, when I'm with the people that I'm coaching, I like to do mock interviews, interview prep, so that they can always be ready. I try to avoid when you actually get that interview that you're like, okay, now I got to prepare, now I have to jump on it, all this type of stuff. I like to be prepared in advance, right? And it's not easy to prep for interviews, and I think a big part of the problem when going interviews is a lack of confidence. I think that might be the number one problem, is a lack of confidence. And you're kind of stumbling and bumbling. You're trying to give the perfect answer instead of what? Instead of being authentic. I think if we're able to be ourselves and be authentic and show that we actually know what we're talking about, it's going to put the interviewer at more ease, and now you can have a conversation instead of the feeling of being interrogated, right? And when I'm doing my interview preparation, my mock interviews, I make it hell, absolute hell, for my tech barbarians, because I want them to be ready. I want them to be comfortable. So I'm like, I'm gonna make it a lot tougher on you, so that when you actually get into the interview, you can breeze through it, right? Because they are not going to ask you the type of questions that I'm asking you. So I want it to be challenging. And before we even did the interview, I sent him a message. I'm like, look, I want you to prepare this way and be able to talk to these things, right? And then so we're on the coaching, or we're on the interview prep, and now I can see that they're nervous. They're trying to give the perfect answer, and sometimes I'll say, all right, let's time out for a second, calm down. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be yourself. And I also say, whenever they ask you a question, you want to bring it back to something that was awesome and amazing that you did, right? Bring it back to something that's awesome and amazing that you did. So that's my strategy. Like, because your number one goal is to, when I think about interviews, the number one goal is to share what value you have added to a company in the past and what value you're looking to add to that company that you're going to. So, and me, I don't break character when I'm doing the mock interviews because, and if you start to hesitate and stop and go off character, I'm gonna stay in character. I'm like, let's to try to get you back on track, because performance is important. It's gone are the days where you could just be quiet and just answer like very specific questions. No, you have to market yourself. You have to sell yourself to show why you are the best person for the job. And I'll tell you this. There is nobody who does a type of preparation, like skill wise, than what I require of the people that I'm training and that I'm coaching. Because just like you see the book behind me, Winning by Tim Grover, we practice for 100 hours for a 1 hour interview, right? Refining our processes, refining our thoughts, how to get confident answers. Because before we start, I'm like, look, and this is the question that I asked my tech barbarian. I'm like, do you think anybody who is applying for this position has used Docker, has learned Docker the way that you've learned Docker for the past 8 months? Who's branching, because this position is for like it actually says early in career. That's the position is like early in career, right? And I'm like, but do you think these people like they know Docker the way that you know Docker now? Do you think that they do try hack me for about an hour a day every day? Do you think they've set up a GitHub action? Do you think they've done playwright automation? And it's like,
Back to work, chop chop, let's go. Come on, get a move on. Back to work, back to work, back to work.
and they haven't. Like, but you have. So you need to be more confident in yourself, and you need to sell yourself to show them why you are the best person for the job. And that's what I work on with my tech barbarians, helping them to not only gain the skill set, but actually gain the confidence in their ability through actually doing the work, so that when it's time to like we practice a lot, so that once the time comes, we're ready to go. Put me in the game, coach. Put me in the game, coach. All right. All right, let me see if there's anything else in the chat before we get going. I'm thinking Tim says, gotta love subnetting. Let me get this off the screen. Who doesn't love subnetting? I'm thinking Tim. Who doesn't love subnetting? All right. Let's continue on with our last segment of the show. I'm going to put up a last 20 minutes.
It's time to
All right, so what I'm technically Tim said, I'm going to put this up on the screen too, because I'm technically Tim helped me out on this one. It says, I think that your subnet is based on your, so I think based on your subnet mask, your IP is 172.16.x.0 to 172.x.255. So we are going to be doing, so the command is going to be, let's do WhatWeb -- help again. And we are going to do, we're going to do a range of IP addresses, right? To see what it can give us. And we're going to make it verbose. Let's see if we do, and we're going to say this. So we're going to do a regular stealthy level of, the regular aggression level, and then we're going to do a more aggressive level, right? Hopefully this doesn't mess up my internet connection, but guess what? YOLO, right? So let's do this. We're going to do WhatWeb, and we're going to say, is there anything special I need to put on this? We are going to say, we just let it rip with the IPs. All right, cool. So our IP is going to be 172.16.79.0. We will say 172.169.79.0 to 172.169.79.255, maybe 254. I don't know. Let me just make sure though that I have the right .16.79, not .169. All right, so let's fix that. And let's fix that. And we will start with a regular regression level, and we're going to do a verbose. See what we get. So can't connect here, can't connect there. So it's checking every IP address. And it's checking them on port 80. So no route to host. Network is unreachable. Okay. So I guess we can up the ante a little bit. What if we were to do if level 1 plugin is matched, additional requests will be made. So let's do our aggression level of 3, which is going to be -A. And we say -A equals 3. Aggression level. Oh, okay. So we don't need the equal sign. Aggression level 3. Let me see. Not getting anything so far. Let's see what's going on. All right, so nothing yet. All right, I'm gonna stop it. Let's do this. We're gonna go to the other screen. And I want to see. So I want to see WhatWeb internal network. So WhatWeb for home network hacking tools. That's what we got in here. All right. So in Reddit it says, I'm new to cybersecurity and ethical hacking. I recently began learning about the using WhatWeb tool in Kali Linux. It has worked well for me when gathering information from websites. However, I was trying to scan the IP range for my home network, and it could only find my router listed. The specific command that they used was this, similar to what we're doing. Why do you have a 4 under here? Maybe I'm missing something. Let me see. WhatWeb is a web scanner. It identifies technologies used by websites, so we will only see web servers. I guess that makes sense if you have a web server running. Is that the only answer? Let me see what else we got. Let's see. Access internal URL. I don't know. I thought I was supposed to see something. Maybe you need to set up a web server in order to be able to see what's going on. Not sure. Let's see. Let's see. Enter the domain. Not much else on there. So let's go back over here. Let's see what else we have into these tools, right? Let's go to WhatWeb, and we will say help. Scan a local network. Okay, so scan the local network quickly and suppress errors. So what if we were to do WhatWeb 172.16.79.0. Let's just do that, right? And V for verbose. Let's see what we get with that. Opening, because there is no web server on that port. Can we, what else can we do with this? Proxy, max redirects. So I guess because there's no web server running on our network, it's not going to catch anything. I don't see a way to specify a particular port. Add a prefix to the target URL. So what that means is I should set up a web server running on port 80. So let's do this then. We will go to, let's go to how to quickly set up web server or local web server running in Docker. So if we wanted to set up a local web server in Docker, we would, there's gotta be a better way than that. Set up Docker Nginx on port 80 maybe. Let me see. To set up a Docker Nginx container on port 80, use that Docker run start command. So why don't we try it right now? Well, I think that could work. Let's give it. Not sure. Let's see. So I'm gonna have to start up Docker. Hopefully Docker doesn't go crazy on me, but let's start up Docker. And we're gonna go over to here, and I have my Docker running. Let me copy this over here too. And I need an actual terminal as well. And let me go here. And if I say, zoom in, Docker PS, make sure it's up, Docker is up. I'm going to say Docker run, name my Nginx, map port 80 on my machine to port 80 inside the Docker container, and run it detached, and we're going to be using Nginx, right? So now, guess what we just did? Guess what we just did? We quickly switched over to DevOps type stuff using Docker to set up a web server locally in order that we can test this, right? So let's go enter. All right, so we have Nginx running. Let's see what's gonna happen, right? We're gonna go back over here. And I am going to do local host on 80, right? What? We just got a web server running in less than 3 minutes, right? That's all that we wanted. So on port 80, if I just go to localhost, it's up and running, right? It is up and popping. So now I'm going to go back to Kali Linux, and we're going to see if it can find out. So here's what we're going to do, right? We're going to do this. We're going to do clear. We're going to do ifconfig. So on this one right here, right? Let's check this out. So 172.168. So let's try a ping command, right? Let's try a ping command. All right, so we got that pinging. Let's stop that. If I was to go to here, paste. Oh, that's not what I want to paste. I want to do 172.168 or .16.79.128. Unable to connect. Why so? Okay, let's do this then. We will go to our terminal. We do ifconfig. Let's see what we get here. We have so this is our subnet 170. And so it's a little different from did we set up the bridge on I don't know if we set up the bridge on something we should check, but either way, let's see. So init .1 255. So if let's say we take this right here and we go to here and we say ping paste selection. Oh, it's getting a response. What is this that I used? Where did that come from? Hold on. Where did I get that IP address from? Okay, so I pasted the wrong thing. Right. So if I go to I have it right over here. So let's do this instead. Let's do a WhatWeb 172.16.170.0 to 172.16.170.255. So I should have did the terminal from my local machine, not the what? Whoa! What in the world is going on here? Do you see that I'm checking it, Tim? My web server was recognized. So and now all the other ones, they can't find nothing. Right? So if I go to inside of my virtual machine, my VMware box, right? If I go here and I paste that, enter, what? So in the blink of an eye, we were able to use Docker, which we learned on Sundays for DevOps. We learned that maybe October, November-ish. And we got Nginx quickly running to get a web server. And then by using the terminal on my local machine, which I'm guessing I did not set up the bridge properly for my VMware, right? But because I don't think I did, right? But able to get my IP address from here, right? So this must be the one for the Kali Linux, and then this must be, so bridge 100. So bridge 100, bridge 101. So this is probably the one for Kali Linux. And this is the one that we're using for our local machine. And that's why we're able to see it. So I need to go back and make sure that my my settings for my networking is correct, that it's sharing that IP, right? But here, all these other ones, they're not able to get to it because they do not, there's no web server running on none of these IP addresses, right? So if I was to take another computer in the house that's on the same network and I set up Docker on that, we should be, you know what? How much time we have left? Oh, 1 minute and 57 seconds. Ooh, I was about to go to the computer on the other side of here, and I was about to do a Nginx on that one as well, so that we could see it finding another one, you know? I really want to do it. I really, really want to do it. Should I do it? I'm checking Tim. Should I do it? Should I go and set up Nginx on the other computer so that we can have two showing? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. All right. So give me a second to be right back. It's good. You saw how fast it was. It should be very, very quick to set it up. All right. So just give me 1 second. Do not go anywhere. I will even play a song for you while I'm doing that. All right. So just give me, I know we're almost done. We're almost out of time, but just give me a second. Just give me a second. All right. I'm going to go to, I know what song is not going to have you guys leave. So I'm going to play this song and then I will be right back. All right.
Where is my money? Tell me where. You wanna chit chat, but I don't care. Can't be playing with my cash, no way. This disrespect can't be the play. Why you playing games with my cash? Owe me big, but you're acting rash.
Lunch break.
Said you pay me back today. Hey, now you're silent like it's all okay. Cash rules everything around me. Everything. Pay me what you owe, don't flee. Pay me. Dusty promises don't sue. No dusty promises. Gotta get straight to the loot. See you styling in your new threads. Spending freely while my wallet's dead. You think I won't come for my green, but I'm not backing down from this scene. Where's my money? You promised me. Where's my money? Quit the chatter and just agree. Where's my money? Your lies ain't funny, it's getting old. Pay me now before I get bold. Where's my money? Dusty excuses won't get you far. Up in the club, buying out the bar. Time to face up, you owe a debt. Avoiding me won't let you forget. Ducking calls like a ghost in the night. Running scared, but I'm ready to fight. No more stalling, it's time to pay. Running out on me is not okay. Where's my money? You promised me. Where's my money? Quit the chatter and just agree. you owe, don't flee. Dusty promises don't sue. Dusty promises. Gotta get straight to the loop, to the loop.
All right, I'm back. Let's see what happens. I got it running on the other computer. I don't know if I see that computer when I did the IF config. I don't know if I saw the computer on the network, but we'll find out. We shall find out. All right. Let's continue. Let's finish it up today. All right. So we're gonna go here. And let's go to. Let's see what we could do. If I don't have it working today, I'm definitely gonna get it working by next week because that's gonna be fun, right? Let's do let's see if we're gonna find it, right? So we have it running on our network. We should have it running on the other computer, but I don't know if we're gonna find it. Let's go. Let's see what we get. Let me see. All right, that's too much information for now. Let's do without the verbose, right? Let's see what we get. So this is our computer, right? Let's see if we find any other computers that's running Nginx. Because when I checked the IP address for that other computer, I didn't see it there. Let's see. Let's see if it finds it though. I don't know why it wouldn't be on this network though. It should have been there. Unless that was that. I'm gonna open up another. Oops, no, I want.
What's this? Oh, it's only money.
Shout out to my guy Magnetar. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check that super chat out in just a second. But shout out to my guy Magnetar. Appreciate the support. All right, let me stop this. Let me try because it looked like it was on a different network. Let me try this. Let's see if I do that. What happens? Can't even access this. I'm gonna get it to work. I'm going to set up a few different web servers. I guess that's how people create their home network, right? They start setting up their home labs, right? They start setting up these different web servers and stuff like that to be able to access them. I don't see the one that I just added. For some reason, it's a different. IP address. I don't know why. IF config. Oh, actually, let me do the IF config from here. Nope, not that one. IF config. Because ours is this, right? But the other, let me see something. 172.16. So we have that. We have that one. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see the other one. Anyways, whatever. Let's leave it at that. We're gonna continue. I'm gonna get this to work for next week because I would love to see it finding another web server, right? And that way, then we can be a little bit more aggressive with our own web servers. But we were able to see that we got this one to work. So there goes ours, right? The one that we just set up, we use it via Docker. Our IP address, our internal IP address, all that good stuff, right? But I have to figure out how to get the other. I have to see why this other one isn't on the network. But that's how we do it. We make it work, and then we make it better. So no biggie. When so next week, we will be continuing with, we're going to finish up with this WhatWeb, getting a few more web servers running on our local network so it can be a little bit more aggressive. And then we are going to look at gathering email through the Harvester and hunter.io to set up and gather some website information. All right. Look at some additional tools, all of that good stuff. All right. But yeah, so let's go to full screen. There we have it. Sorry about the glitch that we had earlier today, but guess what? We don't miss. We don't miss at all. Lots of fun. So I have the web server running on my other laptop, right? But I couldn't find it on the network, which it should be because it's connected to the internet. But we'll figure that out. No biggie. We're gonna do it. We're gonna have a lot of fun, right? Let me check. Actually, no. Before I check the chat, let me give one more quick hit before we head out on my final thoughts of the show. So, the price of the brick went up. Marlo warned you that the price of the brick was going up, but the price of the brick went up. And what am I talking about? So, the price of the brick that I'm talking about is requirements for tech. Requirements for tech. They're going up. It's not easy. It's not easy. Tech is hard. I tell you guys this all the time. Tech is hard. So you need to be well prepared. I broke down what I do with my tech barbarian to prepare them for their interview that's coming up tomorrow. And guess what? Let me brag on my tech barbarian real quick, right? They are in the UK. It was 10:30 p.m. for them when I jumped on the call with them. 5:30 for me, 10:30 for them. Getting ready to go to sleep. And they were nicely dressed. And like in the interview mindset at 10:30 p.m., right? At their time. And they were, so preparation is key. The price of the brick is going up because there are much more requirements. Entry-level roles, they don't really exist anymore, right? Somebody left me a comment like, "Oh, I don't mind working tech support," but even that is asking for 3 to 5 years of experience. Believe it or not, right? So what I'm telling you is you need to prepare yourself. You need to find innovative ways of learning and of building experience and of just getting it. Like I was talking to Rod Brown on Tuesday night as we're ending the stream. I'm like, the traditional ways, they're not the same, right? Back in the days, what we used to do like 20 years ago, 15 years ago, you have to get creative in how you build your experience. And that is key. Figuring out your strategy and how to implement on that. Maybe you build something, you set up your home lab, you do something impressive with your home lab as well. As Nightjade would say, go on Try Hack Me, do some bug bounties, all of that good stuff. Like you only need to be better than the other people applying for the job, right? And you need to be more resourceful and more open to doing whatever it takes, right? I remember Chris Parks asked a few weeks ago, is there any unconventional roles that we could take in order to build up that experience? And I'm like, yeah, like there's companies that there's cybersecurity companies, maybe doing a SOC analyst with like, hey, we need people to work weekends and the graveyard shift, right? And a lot of people are like, no, I'm not doing that. Well, guess what? If it was me, I would do it in a heartbeat because I need to build that experience, and that's how I'm going to level up. So my message to you is the price of the brick went up. There are a lot more expectations and requirements to get into tech because tech has been flooded with a lot of nonsense. People who don't care about it, who just want to get rich off of you suffering and not being able to get into it, right? So my message to you, you need to increase your value, increase your worth, increase your creativity, increase your strategy, right? So that's my thoughts. That's my final thoughts for the show. I want you to win. I want you to win. And if I can add some insight and some value, you might not like it. It might be a little harsh sometimes, but guess what? You will get the results that you're looking for, right? So that's my thoughts. Just wanted to wrap it up with that. Let me check the chat before we get out of here. Okay, let me check the chat before we get out of here because guess what? that steak is waiting for me. It's waiting for me to cook it. All right. So let me see what we got going on. We had, let me read this super chat real quick. Magnetar says for the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Magnetar, for the $5 super chat.
I appreciate you.
He says, "Where's my money? Where is my money?"
Money.
That's a great question, Magnetar. That's a great question. And Mac, so everybody was like, "Yes, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get it." I tried. We fell a little bit short. We fell a little bit short, but we're gonna get it next week. All right. We're gonna come back next week. We're gonna crush it. All right. I just don't Nike this. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Says, I'm actually upset. It's snowing. I'm trying to get out of here. And Megan says, "Cool song." I love that song. I had to ask for permission to use it, and I was granted. And Roxy on the Scrub says that the Dusties keep winning. You can only do so much. You can only just with all due respect, Roxy, just make sure you always have a broom nearby in case you need to sweep it up, right? You just gotta sweep it up, right? Let's see. And I'm Technically Tim says, great stream, and a channel member with the Kobe custom emoji. Shout out to I'm Technically Tim. Like, I'm Technically Tim, you have no idea how happy I am to see you back. I was like, I'm saying literally like 2 to 3 days ago. I'm like, where is, and that's not the first time I thought about it, right? Maybe like 3 months ago, I'm like, where's I'm Technically Tim? I haven't seen him in so long. So I'm so happy to see you, and hopefully you keep coming around. And thank you for being a member of the channel as well, right? DB Daryl, my guy DB Daryl in the building says that multi-VM home labs using a VMware created network is my go-to for using Kali Linux against vulnerable machines. Oh, look at that insight. See, like I said, I'm learning this thing. DB Daryl, he does it. So that's awesome. Like I didn't even think about that. I don't know, but I'm going to look into that. I'm going to look into that. So that's awesome. My God, and the thing is about doing the home network, because it's running on your LAN, your local area network, it's not going to be taking resources from your internet connection. So that's pretty cool. And my guy Rod Brown with 1D says, good stream, bro. Thank you so much, Rod. You know, Rob, I appreciate you so much.
I appreciate you.
So thank you. Keep up the great work. Keep up the great work. You guys check out The Nourishing Word with Rod Brown. He is doing amazing content. He just started doing reaction videos. He's doing like just his thoughts and his feedback videos. And eventually, he knows what I'm gonna say, and he's gonna say, "No, don't say it." Eventually, Rod Brown is going live. I'm just saying. All right. And last but not least, my guy, I'm Technically Tim, said, "Shout out to the man dem across the pond. You know, shout out to those across the pond. All right, but that is it for tonight. Let me ask you guys a question. I don't even have the poll on this one, but let me ask you guys a question. My question for you is, did you guys have a good time? Did you have a good time? I had an amazing time, even with the mess up of the stream. We had to start it over. I had a great time, amazing time. So much fun hanging out with you guys and learning about this. We spent a lot of time on WhatWeb. We have a little bit more to go. We did a recap of our ping, of our who is, all that good stuff. Great questions, great time, great vibe with all of you guys. So my question to you is,
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
I was very well entertained. I had a great time hanging out with you guys. We even got to play the song, Where's My Money? Where's my money? I want my money. I just want my money. And that's it, all right? Anything else? Yeah, so like I said, you guys know. Let me check the chat as we go out. Rod Brown says, no, don't you say it. Don't you. All right, I need to get the sound bite just for Rod Brown. Don't you speak that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you speak that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. And I think Tim says, did you have fun, Jesse Lee Peterson voice? All right, I'm just saying. All right, well, you guys, I already told you that the price of the brick went up because you guys we got to work. All right.
One more thing. Price of the brick going up.
Price of the brick is always going up. You got to continue to improve, continue to go out there and get it, all right? But the time has come for us to wrap up the show. It's hard to say goodbye, but I have to because guess what? Guess what? My New York trip is waiting for me. So with that being said, I am out. You guys have an amazing, amazing night. Techo Trough, we are out.
They said I never rise, tried to clip my wings, but now I own the skies. I'm the one who sings. I stood on the battlefield bold and raw. They tried to cut me down, said I taste the flaw. But here I stand now feeling tall. The doubts crumble like a castle wall.
We wanna run the wall under the burning sun.
Now I watch them run like the night undone. They wanted us down to see us crawl, but in the end we broke the fall. They fall.
They whispered words meant to twist and bind. Told me my dreams were just lost in time. But I kept my heart wild and free. Their darkness couldn't swallow me.
They laughed behind my back, called me just a dreamer. But now I'm on the track, I'm a true believer.
Look at them running, ducking and hiding. They thought we'd fall. Now we're the titans.
They tried to take me down, told me I'd be nothing, but wore a broken crown. Now I'm the one bluffing.
We won the war under the burning sun.
Now I watch them run like the night undone. They wanted us down to see us crawl, but in the end we broke, they fall.
Look at them running, ducking and hiding. They thought we'd fall.
Now we're the titans. Look at them now, head in their hands. We built a kingdom from the wastelands. United and fierce, our spirits soar. They never knew we'd win this war.
We wanted it so bad. We fought, they took this fight. Now they stand so sad, blinded by our light. We won the war under the burning sun. Now I watch them run like a night undone. They wanted us down to see us crawl, but in the end we broke. They fall. They fall.
Now they the shadows hiding in fear. We the beacon shining bright and clear. They echoes fade in the dust we rise, with victory's flame in our eyes. Now they the shadows hiding in fear. We the beacon shining bright and clear. They echoes fade in the dust we rise, with victory's flame in our eyes.
Goodbye, crabs in the barrel, no more dragging me low. Turn my back on the sorrow, watch how strong I'll grow. I'm waving from the shoreline as I head for the sun. Life is calling me forward, now the journey's begun. Thanks so much, but it's time to say goodbye. Bye, bye, bye. Goodbye, bye, bye. I've gotta go and live my life. Tangled in their web of lies, chasing shadows in disguise. Thought they had my back for sure, realized they're wanting more. Walking away from shadows past me I've outgrown. They clung to my dreams while they polished their own stone. Thought they had my back, but they were pulling me down. Goodbye to the crabs, I'm leaving this tired town. Pulling me down deep below. In a barrel anger grows, crabs in corners seeking light, only find the darkest night. They laughed while I stumbled, fed doubts to my mind. Mirror reflected faces of a different kind. Chains made of whispers didn't let me fly free. Now I'm breaking loose, leaving shells in the sea. Goodbye crabs, I'm walking free, 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 free. Done with all your misery. I'm so done, I'm so done. Watching dreams fade one by one, fading one by one. I won't stop till I'm gone, till I'm gone. Climbing out of pits of doubt, turn my back, no looking out. Past the sorrow, past the pain, leave your echoes in the rain. Every step I take now feels light on my feet. No more anchors pulling me down to deceit. Echoes of freedom in the beat of my heart. From the weight of the past I am ready to part. Thanks so much, but it's time to say goodbye. Goodbye, bye, bye. Goodbye, bye, bye, bye. I've gotta go and live my life. Live, live, live. The path ahead is lonely, but my spirit's alive. No more shadows around me, no more tales to contrive. Rising above from the deep darkest blue. Farewell to the crabs, I've got new skies to view.